more work on the election commission.
Sure.
Another election.
Is there any other discussion? We have a motion and a second to place the election, to amend the ordinance placing the election date on the preferential primary date of May 18th. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Sterling?
No.
Mr. English?
No.
Mr. Lyles?
Yes.
Mr. Brewer?
Yes.
Mr. Schallenberg?
No.
Mr. Nutter?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnett?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Motion fails.
There-
So what
there-
is the date then?
Madam, may I interject?
Yes.
The reason that I included or suggested the inclusion of the April 13th date was only because that's what was discussed at the last city council meeting. The election commission has requested that the city council move the date to March. Do you have the date?
No.
Madam Mayor, do you have the
March 9th.
March 9th. March 9th.
That's the second Tuesday.
They have requested that. It is a request on it. Apologize for the interjection.
No, that's fine. We need to establish either March 9th or April 13th and as the date. So I would need a motion and a second to establish that date, to amend that ordinance.
Make it April 13th.
I'll second
I'm sorry, what was the?
Did you say April?
It's already April 13th.
Okay.
March 9th.
Yeah.
If you're amending it from, yeah, if you're amending it, I would need a motion to
Okay.
amend.
Madam Mayor, point of order. Since that motion failed on amending this, wouldn't this be dead to the next meeting?
No, sir, just your motion was failed. We've already read it as April 13th. Now we need a motion to suspend the rules and place them on.
So moved.
We have a motion by Mr. Schallenberg and a second by Mr. Sterling to place the ordinance on second reading.
Changing the date. Change the date.
No, April 13th. Y'all want it on April 13th, is that?
Don't stay like it is.
What about, there's, can I ask a question, Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I noticed in here, Mr. Gibson said this third whereas, we're deleting that, is that correct?
Correct, Mr. Yeah.
The whole thing's out.
That paragraph, and at one point in a prior version of this, I had an appropriation line item.
Okay.
But it's my understanding that there's an election line item in the budget you're being asked to approve.
I noticed in here, nowhere in this ordinance did you address the petitions
No, I didn't.
being certified, calling for this election. I mean, why not?
Because there's not an order directing this council to do so. So the legal basis that we had to use then is the legal basis of 1455-302. The effect is the same.
Okay. And one other question, down here on the emergency clause, could you clarify that for me?
The emergency clause is whether or not the city council determines this to be an emergency or not.
But vital municipal services facilities?
Mr. Nutter, it's language that we've used in other ordinances similar to this, other ordinances related to Parks and Recreation. If you don't believe that it's Parks and Recreation or things related to AP or vital public service, then I would suggest that you amend it or vote against the emergency clause. Yeah, I don't have a problem with what you put in there or whether the council finds that there's an emergency or not. It's just language that I employ for the establishment of an emergency so that we would have immediate effect of this ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
Would you call the roll to suspend the rules, please?
Yes. Mr. English?
Yes.
Mr. Lyles?
Yeah.
Mr. Brewer?
No.
Mr. Schallenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Nutter?
No.
Mrs. Arnett?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Sterling?
Yes.
Motion carries with 2/3 vote. Would you read that ordinance one, please?
An ordinance referring the retention of ordinance 2009-10, levying advertising, tourism, promotion tax on gross receipts of certain industries related to the advertising, tourism, promotion of the city of Searcy, creating the city of Searcy, Arkansas Advertising and Tourism Promotion Fund, and the city of Searcy, Arkansas Advertising and Tourism Promotion Commission to vote as elected in the city of Searcy, Arkansas. Calling, fixing the date for the conduct of the special election for the question of the retention of ordinance 2009-10, prescribing other matters related pertaining thereto, declaring emergency and for other purposes.
Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved. Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Schallenberg and a second by Mr. Sterling. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Sterling?
Yes.
Mr. English?
Yes.
Mr. Lyles?
Yes.
Mr. Brewer?
No.
Mr. Schallenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Nutter?
No.
Mrs. Arnett?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Motion carried. Would you read the ordinance one more time, please? Sorry.
All right, ordinance referring to the retention of ordinance 2009-10, levying an advertising and tourism promotion tax on the gross receipts of certain industries related to advertising and tourism promotion of the city of Searcy, creating the city of Searcy, Arkansas Advertising and Tourism Promotion Fund, and the city of Searcy, Arkansas Advertising and Tourism Promotion Commission to vote of the electors of the city of Searcy, Arkansas, calling and fixing the date for the conduct of the special election upon the question of the retention of ordinance 2009-10, prescribing other matters pertaining thereto, declaring emergency and for other purposes.
Shall the ordinance pass?
Mr. Nutter?
No.
Mrs. Arnett?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Sterling?
Yes.
Mr. English?
Yes.
Mr. Lyles?
Yeah.
Mr. Brewer?
No.
Mr. Schallenberg?
Yes.